I've slept with 100 men.
Everyone, and welcome to episode 5. I am your host, Alannized, and this is Noche De Pendejadas. Para todas las pendejas allá en casita that don't know what Noche De Pendejadas is, listen up because I'm about to educate y'all. Noche De Pendejadas is a weekly episodic show that airs every Wednesday at 7 p.m. where I go ahead and bring your favorite influencers to chismear, have some cocktails, and see what the fuck they've been up to. So si tú quieres ver a tu influencer favorito, hazme un favor ahorita pendeja and stop what the fuck you're doing and comment their username down below. Acuérdense that Noche de Pendejadas is also available as a podcast, and if you're a fucking chismosa that can't wait to listen to the chisme, I do want to let you guys know that the audio version of every episode does premiere a couple hours earlier, so si tú quieres ser el primerito en escuchar cada episodio, make sure you guys head over to whatever podcast platform you guys use and subscribe to Noche de Pendejadas to be the first to listen to every episode. Last week, y'all enjoyed all the chisme that Blessed, aka Alex Guzman, nos trajo, y esta semana la invitada que les traigo les trae el chisme igual de caliente. Please help me welcome tonight's guest, Cindy Cervantes. Hello, my love.
Thank you so much for having me.
I feel like we've been talking about this for a while, so thank you so much for coming.
A long time. I was counting down the days.
No, because I asked you when, probably a couple months ago if you wanted to be on the show, because for those of you guys that don't know, before the season even started, I've been gathering up guests, and I thought about Cindy, and I was like, let me go ahead and hit her up. I knew you were far, but I honestly thought you were further. For some reason thought you lived in Texas.
Yeah, and I would always watch them, and I would always be like, oh my God, when am I going to get a shot? So
you're like, when
I'm
is it
happy
my
to be
turn?
here.
And it's like, now it is. I feel like a lot of people think you live in Texas.
Yeah.
Because you really do live 2-3 hours from LA.
It's kind of like Texas.
It's kind of like Texas. She lives in Palm Springs, you guys.
Kind of like a little further, but
it's
in that area.
Right? So it kind of just feels like she lives in California, but not really. Kind of like allá retirada.
Like Meca, Mexicali.
In her own fucking pueblo and shit. Thank you so much for driving out here to be on the show. Just like muchos de ustedes la han estado pidiendo, you guys. But for those of you guys that do not know who Cindy is and what she does, I'm going to go ahead and turn it to her so she could go ahead and tell you guys quién es y qué hace.
Hi, I'm Cindy. My name is Must Be Cindy on all social media platforms. I started off as a Facebook girl, and then now I'm all over the place, getting drunk everywhere. No, I'm
She's
just kidding.
I'm just partying at this point.
I'm just drunk everywhere. But yeah, I'm on TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, Must Be Cindy all around. Hi, guys.
You did really start as a Facebook girl.
I did.
Yo te conocí through Candy.
Yeah.
For those of you guys that aren't on Facebook, there's a whole ass community of boss ass bitches that go on their live and they have this big ass platform on there.
Yeah.
There's Candy, there's you, there's Let's Do Makeup, así empezó también ella, Yeri Moi. There's so many girls on there that have such a large community that I feel like you're now branching everywhere, como acabas de decir. But how does it feel to start on Facebook?
I mean, when I first started doing lives, I didn't think it was even going to become anything. And it's just a different platform. It's so different than Instagram, than TikTok, than literally anything else. I feel like, yes, the community is so big there. And it feels so nice, honestly. I never thought it was going to bring me to
what it is now.
It's so
and
crazy.
It's crazy because the term Facebook girl, I feel like even the Facebook girls la usan.
Yeah.
Because whenever I would speak to Candy, whenever I'd spoken to you, you guys always be like, the Facebook.
My nipple was out this whole time.
The whole time?
No!
And you know what's funny? I feel like the term Facebook girl, even the Facebook girls use it.
Yeah.
Because I remember every time I've spoken to Candy, I've spoken to you, I've spoken to many girls that do Facebook, everyone says, I'm a Facebook girl.
I'm a Facebook girl. I feel like it's super cute and catchy. Even when I'm out, fans will be like, "Oh my God, you're the Facebook girl." And I'm yes, I am.
Facebook that my tia watched. And it's funny because it is a different platform. And you know what? One thing I've always said, because there was a time, bitch, where I wanted to be a Facebook boy. I'm like, boy, it's kind of hard. It's hard to fucking grow a following on Facebook, especially if you're not consistent. Because the tias, the moms, they're on Facebook every day. So si tú no estás en Facebook todos los días, se olvidan de ti. And I feel like you've done a great job to where you go live so often where people are like, must be Cindy's on.
Yeah.
How often do you go live?
Sometimes twice, 3 times a day.
A day,
literally,
bitch?
Yeah. But it's either 30-minute lives, an hour lives. The reason why I like it so much, I salute you guys that do YouTube because it's the editing and the starting over and the cutting and stuff right there. It's more raw. They see it all.
And I don't like that.
Si se te sale el calzón, te lo van a ver.
I'm like, si te sale algo, you guys, I hated doing lives.
Yeah.
simply because yo tengo una pinche boca que like no tiene pinche filtro, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, fuck. Any little thing you say, la gente lo va a tomar out of context y te chingaste because it's live. And I feel like you also sometimes make it obvious that you said something you're not supposed to y te chingaste. So that's why I stay away from lives, even though people are always bitching at like me doing lives, like do lives, but I'm like, no. Lo hago por mi protección, amigos, no por ustedes. But I feel like you're so good too.
Yeah.
I feel like also you've been doing it for such a good time que ya te lo aprendiste and you're like, sabes qué decir y qué no decir.
Yeah, like you definitely know what to say, what not to say. But I'm also very raw too. Like I feel like I give them literally all of me. But yeah, you definitely have to be super careful.
So ya que saben un poquito de quién es y qué hace Cindy, we're gonna go ahead and go into the segment que ustedes vinieron, which is the chisme. I know Cindy's a little nervous to see what the hell I'm gonna go ahead and ask her. And I'm kind of excited, bitch, because y'all know me. I love the chisme and I like taking it out of everybody. I'm with me setting them up. I'm like, I like knowing the chisme. Que empezar con el chisme. Hace poco, you went on another podcast y te preguntaron sobre tu novio. Just simply over the fact that you are 6 years older than him, and you said a comment that made a lot of your viewers angry. You mentioned about how you got him young to be able to mold him to basically the perfect boyfriend. Do you think your comment was taken out of context?
I think it was, but the way I meant it was like, I don't really like to date guys that are older, that have already had kids, that have literally already like kind of lived that life. And they're the ones that are like, you know, the machista ones and the ones that tell you what to do and stuff. Not that I'm like, you know, not that I tell him what to do,
not
but
that I'm controlling him.
You know, I just feel like it landed in my hands that way, and he was younger and he didn't really know much about like what I did, much about kids, much about relationships, like living with someone and stuff. So what I meant was like, you know, he kind of like molded into like my lifestyle and stuff, and it was like smooth and perfect. It wasn't so much like get him young, you know, but
like,
get him young.
Up, but you know what's funny, now that you mention it that way, obviously me and my boyfriend, we were together when I wasn't even doing social media. We both had to mold each other to this new lifestyle, because being on social media is considered a new lifestyle. So I feel like for you, it's like you were already doing it before him.
Yeah.
He came in your life and he had to adapt it because he probably didn't know anything of the social media world.
Like zero. I mean, he didn't even know anything about like being with someone that had kids, like being with someone that's older. I mean, the older you are, the more you have been through and stuff. So that's how I meant it. Like, hey, you know, he's young, he's molding, he's just like molding into like my lifestyle. I guess.
Because a lot of people were fucking talking shit about like, oh my God, that sounds like a very controlling thing to say. Especially because se mira eso mucho cuando lo dice un hombre de una mujer, and then you said it. So it was kind of like a thing where people were like, what the fuck, Cindy? But it's like, déjenme explicar. Déjenme explicar. I feel like people just like to like grab onto like a little part of it without any context and run with it.
And define the whole thing. Or like, it kind of made me sound like I'm this controlling person. And like I grabbed a 21-year-old and I'm like, here you go, like come live my life and the way I want it. But no, I'm really not controlling. I mean, it's just, I feel like with social media, like it's probably the same with your man, you know, it's like you're the one that's like constantly having to be like on, you're the one that, so it's kind of like your world like your guys' world revolves around you know,
and it's like,
it's what feeds us.
Even on social media, like I feel like for me, you guys see me and my boyfriend's relationship as raw as it can be. Like we fight. I feel like people on social media think me and my boyfriend don't even like each other, because of how like fucking raw we are on social media. But there is times, not that I'm controlling, but I do be like, babe, like chill, because like that can get me in trouble online. Like that's not your career, but like it's my career, and it can end up backlashing on me. And then he's like, okay, I get what you mean, babe. And I feel like that is like the same thing with you. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Not that you're molding them, but like también tienen que, you have to be like, oh, we can't and cannot do that online. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You are 6 years older than him. And I feel like uno de los comentarios que siempre agarras is like, oh my God, Cindy, like you're too old for your man. Do you ever feel like those comments will go away? And how do you feel when you get comments like that?
I don't think they'll go away because I'm getting older and my wrinkles are getting a lot more visible.
Like,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm like Botox. She's like,
I don't think it'll ever go away. I always get the comments like, he looks like your son, that's your little brother. And I mean, he just has like a baby face, but I feel like a lot of men do, even older men like have a baby face. So I mean, I get them so often that I'm just kind of like, like I know what it is, but I don't think it'll go away.
Without makeup, you do look also like way younger. You have like a baby face.
I thought you were gonna say older.
Maybe like you look like a ruca.
Like, oh my God. You look like a viejita.
Without makeup, you really do do look like way younger, and I feel like it's a lot of things with like girls, especially girls on social media, because we do the full beat down.
Yeah.
Like you do like the nice shadow, the big lashes. So I feel like eso siempre aumenta a couple years. Not that you look old, because you really don't, but you just look more mature.
Yeah, for sure.
And él, pues obviamente no se maquilla, so he still has to have that baby face.
They're like
on.
very like humble when it comes down to the way they dress. We're like all out there,
and
so it's just kind of like.
He also dresses very like, you know, like very young
high
vibes.
school vibe. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm very like the kid that I would bully vibes. I don't know, but you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
And I just feel like at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the people that talk shit, their parents have like a big age gap.
Yeah.
A huge age gap. My parents se ganan, I want to say like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's very normal in the Hispanic world. We also have like this stereotype where like if there's gonna be an age gap, let the man be older.
Yes, like that's the thing, is that because I'm older, like I feel like if he was older, I don't think he would get as much. I feel like because I'm a woman. Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Which is kind of like, it's okay for it to be like the other way around, you know?
As long as you guys are both on the same page, it's like, it doesn't matter.
And he's really mature, sometimes more than me. So
and you're like, I'm a fucking child.
I'm the baby here.
You know what's funny too? I feel like lo que pasa también es que mucha gente, again, I feel like it's always just people that talk shit. Because I'm pretty sure like the girls that follow you and fuck with you, they don't give a fuck.
No,
it's
at
like,
all.
They're not dating him.
They root Cindy and Bernie on like
Literally.
1000%. So.
I stand.
It's that like little, the
like
little
pedacito,
just
you
know?
Talk shit.
Yes.
That are gonna fucking talk shit.
Yeah.
And I just feel like at some point, even people like, if you're gonna be a viejita dating a young ass kid, it's gonna be you. Like, it's not gonna be anyone else's life but yours.
But yours, yeah.
So like, why are people fucking tripping?
So they can go date a viejito.
Let's talk about your cousin. Para muchos que no saben, you guys, her cousin is also on social media. Y siempre se les mira juntos, whether it's at a family gathering or you guys are simply just doing content. Y la gente siempre anda diciendo that you guys are either dating or there's something going on. How do you feel when you get comments like that?
I feel like a lot of people don't really know our background because I feel like we don't really talk about it. Like we're always like doing TikToks and we're always just doing these little videos where people are like, what's going on? That's your cousin.
Like it looks a little sus. Like
yeah, like what's going on? But I feel like we're just good looking, you know, we're close in age. And the way that it actually happened is my mom actually brought his mom over from Mexico when his mom was 14. So we all lived together when we were little. We grew up together. So I feel like he's like my little brother, you know, and we just grew up that way. And so now that we're older, and I mean, we're adults now, I guess people kind of see it like
weird.
But we've literally been like that since we were teeny tiny babies. I mean, always like all over each other, like, you know, hitting, playing around, messing around. Like that's just how we grew up. So I feel like at first when we would get it a lot, we'd be like, this is kind of weird. Like, do I not hug him? Like, do I not, you know, but we got to the point where we were just kind of like, you're my brother. Like, you know, we got to go with what we got to go with. And
I
that's
just feel like it's always those people that have like those weird minds. Yes. Nada que ver con lo que está pasando. Yes. Just how like two girl cousins could be like besties. Why can't like a male and a girl cousin like that close? And I feel like people siempre quieren, you know, make it seem like there's something else that's not there. It's like, girl, like not everyone lives in Alabama. You know what I mean?
And literally, and I feel like even, I mean, our TikToks that we do, like even in a video where like he could be giving me a hug or whatever, it's like, you guys are wrong. And I'm like, who like thinks like that?
Yeah,
like that's
he's
my
literally
cousin.
just giving me a fucking hug.
Yeah.
Like, los que están pensando mal son ustedes. I would feel weirded out. Like, do you ever feel like when you get comments like that, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, do you ever feel like it makes you guys feel like some type of way, like weird, like should we just stop?
You know, like, I feel like at some point we were kind of like, dude, we're getting this too much. We got to the point where we were just kind of like, you're my brother. He actually has one other sibling. It's just two of them. I was kind of like the one closest in age. All my siblings are older, you know, so it was always the three of us. And then his brother went to prison for a really long time. So it's kind of like, it was just us two, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Wait, I got kind of caught up.
You're like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm like, ya ando peda. Wait, no, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Let's pick back up right there. So I feel like at the beginning we were just kind of like, if we pay attention to it, if we start acting weird, like people are really gonna think something is going on. Like, let's just live our lives the way that we always have lived our lives. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's kind of calmed down a little now, and people have kind of gotten used to like who we are, what we're about, how we grew up.
I think more now because they see that you actually have a partner now. Yeah, so I feel like they're like, okay, like nada que ver.
No, but they always saw my partner, but they would always be like, is that her little brother? Is that? But now they know a little more, you know.
Okay,
so
like, they're like, oh, so es el hermanito o el hijo.
Y el el novio es el...
novio
Yes, it's
you know
so
what's
crazy.
funny though? Like when I first started following you, I didn't know he was your cousin.
Yeah.
Me confessing, I'm like, but
I thought he was your
never thought
boyfriend.
Like that, but it's funny because I was like, oh, like who is that guy que siempre sale con él? I remember when I followed you, you were doing a lot of content with him.
Yeah, with him, yeah.
And then ya cuando I saw like you explain it, ya no pensé nada. I was like, oh, it's her cousin. Like, cool, whatever. But I feel like it's always those weird people that even after knowing que es tu primo, like siguen y siguen y siguen. Like quieren que tú digas que algo está pasando when there's nothing going on.
And they'll say like the dumbest comments, like la prima se rima, and like things like that, and we're just like, oh my god, like things that like our parents
is that like a saying?
And it's like, bro, yes, it is.
How does that saying go?
That one, it's like la prima se rima, like and stuff like that.
Like,
and they'll comment that like on the simplest freaking videos. I mean, oh my god,
like he says hello to you, and they're
and
like,
it's like la prima se rima.
You guys are both content creators.
Yes.
So it's like, how are you not gonna create content with your cousin
exactly
if he's doing the same thing as you?
And he's honestly like super creative, super funny. Like we're constantly going back and forth. Like we should do this, we should do that. Things that like you can't do probably with like your girlfriend or you know, me with my boyfriend, because they're not alert like that like we are, because we're all on social media. You know, he is, you are, I am. I do a skit with you and we're gonna know what to do. You do a skit with your boyfriend and it's like, get your stuff together.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? I am breaking up.
Start over like 31 times.
No, but
you know,
I know what you mean, because it's like the same mindset when you're a content creator. Los dos están en el mismo, you know, realm. So it's easier to just create content, and it's easier if that content creator is your cousin.
Yeah. But shout out to all the people that love us, because a lot of people actually do love seeing us together and create content and all of that. So.
Period. So you're 27.
I am.
Y para los que no saben, you guys, Cindy had her first kid at the age of 14.
I did.
Muchos hispanos tienen esta negative connotation that when someone gets pregnant at such an early age, su vida se acabó.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like that was the case for you? Like, was there ever a time when you were going through your teen pregnancy and you're like, you know what, this is the end of my life?
Yeah. Not so much, you know, when I got pregnant, because I've always had like a really strong support system. I mean, her dad's family, like my family. But there was a lot of like breaking points in my life, because I mean, I had to work and I didn't have social media as my job at the time. And, you know, there was a lot of moments where I was like super broke and I was just like going through it, you know, like almost losing your apartment, like almost losing your car because you're so backed up because you have so much. And there was a lot of moments where I felt like, oh my God, am I going to make it out of this? Like, you know, am I ever going to see a bright side? So definitely I did have like a lot of scary moments.
When you were 14, did you already have a job or no?
No. So I ended up getting a job once I was 18. But, you know, I feel like when you're that young, you know, you're barely experiencing. So you have, I mean, part-time jobs. You have like, you know what I mean? You're barely starting out. So it was really hard for a really long time.
And even at that time, like these jobs are not enough to like provide, especially if it's a part-time job, like you said, is not enough to provide for you and a child. Yeah, because at the end of the day, for those of you guys that don't have children, I don't have children, but I've seen it firsthand. A child is not just like you have it. Yeah. Like a child, I have to say, it's like one of those things that is, it becomes expensive. It's crazy that you never gave up. And I feel like if anything, going through that teen pregnancy made you even more motivated to salir adelante. Do you ever look back and be like, damn, I'm proud of myself porque has logrado un chingo?
I do. I definitely do. And it's very emotional, like time after time, you know, when I see myself like launch new things and they sell out and stuff, it always takes me back to like the moments where, you know, I almost didn't make it. And I'm like, damn, like I did that even after having a child at 14. And, you know, I graduated high school and social media was never in my plans. Like it just happened. And I always feel like it's like a como que cayó del cielo type thing, you know? And so, yes.
What's something that you always refer back to whenever you're launching and accomplishing like big things now that you're like, damn, like I'm doing the most now that I can't believe that it's the same person that I was... That doesn't make sense.
It's the same person.
No, wait, let me rephrase that. Is there ever a moment back when you were struggling that you always look back to whenever you accomplish something big now?
There definitely is. Right before social media started, I worked at a bank and I had just gotten like my first apartment, long story short, and I get fired literally like 2-3 weeks after I got my apartment. And I was like, how am I going to make it? You know? And so there was weeks during that time. It's so crazy that it happened right before Must Be Cindy like even became a thing. There was weeks where like I didn't even have money to like literally feed my kids. I mean, it was like it's a moment that every time like I launch something or every time I come out with something, or even when I'm thinking of coming out with something, like I always look back at that moment and I'm like, that's where you were, this is where you are. And it kind of like makes you like want to bust more ass and like be a better bitch, you know?
We didn't come from money. And I feel like me and you have kind of like the same upbringing. When you're doing the most now, I always feel like for me, it's like, I always have it in motivation que no quiero estar ahí para atrás.
Yeah.
And I feel like that always gives me more hunger for more. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because it gives you more hunger for more, but it also keeps your feet on the ground. And it leaves you humble always, no matter how much you accomplish. Like it doesn't let you like, I don't know, like let it get to your head.
It's so easy, especially in this industry, que a la gente se le suba. But I feel like having that upbringing has always kept me grounded and be like, no. Because I have it in my head like, estoy aquí arriba, pero mañana puedo estar allá abajo.
Me. I always think like
igual,
that.
Si me río de la gente acá arriba, la gente se va a reír de mí cuando yo esté acá abajo.
Yeah. And that's true. I literally live by those exact words. Like, it's crazy.
Siempre que te miro on Instagram or on your social medias, you're always literally doing something. How do you do it to balance your mom life, your relationship, and keep up with the super time-consuming world que es social media?
Yeah. I have, again, like a really, really good support system. I mean, I have my mom, my sister, I have my siblings, I have my kids' dad. So I have a really big support system, and they all ride with Must Be Cindy's. If it's not my actual family taking care of my kids, like I won't do it. And I'm so grateful that I have that support system because it just allows me to be everywhere. And I share a piece of what I have with literally all of them. I mean, even my kids' dads, you know, like if they need anything, I'm there. And so I feel like they support Must Be Cindy so much that it has allowed me to go like really far, you know?
From what I've seen on social media, I feel like you have a great relationship con el papá de tus hijos. Do you feel like it was always that way?
No, it was not always that way. I mean, there was moments where nos agarramos del chongo, like, you know, and it hasn't always been as perfect as it is now. But I feel like, you know, as you get older, like you just start to realize like it really is all about the kids. And I share a piece of my cake with, especially my son's dad. I feel like, you know, because he's the one that we're constantly like back and forth with. I'm like, no, I have to share what I have with him as well, because he helps me a lot with him at the end of the day, you know? So it's like, I feel like because, again, I share all of my accomplishments with everyone around me. Like they, you know, share their time with me and they help me with my kids, and I'm all over the place.
Especially because I feel like it can get really messy really quick, especially with men, especially cuando son machistas, especially when they see you being a bad bitch, you doing the most, being successful y todo. I feel like it can get to a point where like men feel intimidated. So I'm so glad and happy for you that that's not the case in your situation, because it could easily get messy.
Yeah. And you know what? Even their families are like super supportive. The moms are right there, like rooting me on, buying my collabs and stuff. Like you know, I just had a little launch party and his mom was there. So it's very beautiful. You know, that support system, not everyone has it. Like, you know, other people normally have jobs, like your parents have jobs or like your siblings. Mine all work from home. So it's kind of like, it's worked out. So
do you feel like now, en el momento que están, you feel like you can genuinely call el papá de tus hijos like a friend?
Definitely. And not so much a friend. I feel like this is something that I always say, and I feel like this is something that people should live by. When you have a baby with someone, like they're your family. Like he's my family, they're my family. Like we created life together, and you know, they're always going to be like your child's family. So it's like, I see them as family. Like they're legitimately my family.
Whew, how you guys, casi me ponía a llorar con esto. I am so proud of how far you've made it, because no todos pueden empezar de abajo y estar en el lugar donde tú estás. And I just want to say that you're so fortunate to have the support system that you have y tener todo lo que tienes. Pero todo lo que tienes no es regalado, todo ha sido ganado. So I know you've worked your ass off for it. I know you've literally had countless sleepless nights, you know, tears and everything to have what you have. So I always, whenever, like, because I feel that way too about myself. So whenever I feel like I've accomplished something, I'm like, nadie me lo dio.
Yeah.
Like yo trabajé, so it even feels better. You know what I mean? Being on social media, we tend to realize very, very quick that there is more behind the scenes drama than the public actually sees. Y esto, you guys, yo se los puedo decir firsthand. A lot of drama que ustedes no miran, que yo miro behind the scenes, and I'm like, damn, si la gente se diera cuenta de esto.
Dude, yes.
It would be over for a lot of fucking influencers.
For a lot of people, definitely.
A ver, cuéntanos, Cindy. I'm moving out the next off. A ver, cuéntanos. Do you personally have any drama with anyone in the industry, or do you ever feel not liked or welcomed by others in the industry?
No, I'm a Capricorn. I feel like, I don't know, my sign just gets along with literally anyone. I could talk to your wall and it'll probably like me. If you pay attention to, do they like me? Do they not like me too much? You will just kind of like block yourself out from everyone. And so I feel like anytime I walk into a room full of people that probably don't even know who the fuck I am, they're probably like, who is this little rascuacha? But, you know, you just kind of have to like be open and like go talk to people and, you know, say hi and give them a little piece of you. But I honestly don't feel like I have any drama with anybody. Like, I don't feel like there's people or influencers out there that don't like me. I may not ever know that. But
you know what's different? I think for me, I don't know, maybe because like you said, I maybe do pay attention to shit like that. But me, yo le pongo atención. Maybe they don't hate me or dislike me, but when you walk into a room, you can automatically tell when someone doesn't fuck with you online.
1000%.
Like,
now,
Nita,
I cannot say that hasn't happened to me because I have felt those vibes. But it's just,
see it.
It's just something you kind of like, you know, like sweep under the rug, and you're like, I'm gonna give you my all.
Yes, bitch.
You're gonna love
that
me.
Petty bitch. I just went to a party not too long ago. I'm not gonna say whose party because it's gonna be fucking obvious. But there's someone that follows me online.
Yeah.
Never engages with my shit. I'm always like replying to their stuff. Doesn't even bother opening my messages, and I'm like, okay, cool. I saw that person at this party. I got 100% that vibe, and I'm like, you know what? Like, that's a fucking you problem. To me, it's like, I'm not gonna say girl or boy, but that I'm like you
that thing.
You know, like it's like dude, come on. Like, I sol pa todos. Like, we literally are all thriving. Like, why do you have and they make it so obvious.
And you know what? I mean, now that you spilled the tea, I'm gonna spill it too.
I'm like, girl.
You know, you should never say names because I feel like you should always keep it classy and just really like, you know, you keep to yourself what you know about who.
Yes.
But yes, that has happened to me where, you know, they follow me, they like my pictures, they comment on my pictures, and then you see them in person and it's like they don't even know who the fuck you are. And it's like, really? Like, you know, we just had a conversation like last week. But like I said, you always have to give them your all and just be like, hey, like, girl.
You know what's funny?
Take them out that funk.
I was gonna do that. I honestly, you guys, was gonna go up to that person and be like, hey babe, how are you? The way I thought about it, it's like, okay, if you ignored me the first time, cool. Like, maybe you didn't see me, you didn't realize it was me. But the fact that like I was with other people that you obviously know too, and you didn't even manage to come up to us either. You know, it also comes down to the way the person was staring at me. Like the way they were dogging and the way like they were trying to avoid any type of like, it was a small party too, so it was like a party of 30 people.
I'm petty though. Like, I'm the type of person that I'll be like,
you know what I did? You know what I did? No,
do you not see me?
I went up to the group that they were in, and I said hi to everybody except that person.
Okay, see, there's different types of like petty out here.
I'm like, okay, you want to act like you don't know who the fuck I am? I'll do the same.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I feel like it's very easy. I feel like, especially online, que la gente se le sube. I don't know what it is. Like, honestly, for me, it's like, si tú me hablas, and I'm not even saying like come up to me and like do the most,
hug me and everything.
If you smile at me and like give me a sign that you know who I am and like we vibe, but I know you're shy to come up, I'll go up to you. Pero si nomás me estás
con la cara,
con tu pinche cara, like,
I feel like there's definitely room for all of us to win. And like, I think it's such a beautiful thing for us to like share our accomplishments with each other and be like, dude, Alan, you're a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch, and we're bad bitches together. And if the influencer world was a little more like that, I feel like everybody would get along.
And you know what it is too? I feel like a lot
of
another little tea. I feel like a lot of the thing you guys don't see, your big baller following count influencers are usually the ones that won't say hi or won't talk to you unless they know you got the same amount of followers.
Yes.
It really do be like that.
But it's quality over quantity. And that's why you should just always be nice to everyone.
All right, you guys. So that is all the chisme. Como que ya mucho chisme, como que me empieza a doler la cabeza. And I'm like, you know what? We need a little fun.
Yeah, we do.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Wheel of Pendejada. Como pueden ver, Cindy got wild. Y a ver, producción, que nos den el sobrecito. So this is the first time we've ever gotten the wild card. And this is basically a game that's not on the board. So you want to open it?
Yes.
Open
I am scared. Okay, 2 lies, 1 truth.
Como pueden ver, Cindy got el jueguito of 2 lies, 1 truth. And bitch, I'm kind of nervous because we're about to expose ourselves a little bit too much. Para todos ustedes que no saben, basically este juego se juega así. Escuchen pendejas because y'all are not going to want to miss out on this extra little chisme. Basically, me and Cindy are going to be telling each other 2 lies and 1 truth. And we have to guess which one is the truth for both of us. And we're going to do this for 3 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, should we play paper, scissors, rock to see who goes first?
Yes.
Okay, ready? Okay. You guys, I feel like I'm about to expose myself.
Me too.
But fuck it, I'll do it for Cindy. Ready?
1 out of 1?
Rock. Yeah.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
Or, paper, scissors, rock?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, I feel like I've never met anyone that doesn't like me. I do paper, scissors, rock.
Really? I could do that. Let's go.
Oh, she's like, I can adapt.
I'm like, I could do it. Paper, scissors. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Okay, no. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's do it.
Paper, scissors, rock.
You should have taught me.
Like, let me know in the comments down below because I feel like everyone always gets like, what the fuck whenever I do that with them.
I thought you were going to say paper, scissors, rock.
No, I do like paper, scissors, rock. It's like una cancioncita.
I know. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, she didn't adapt.
I'm like, she's not an adapter. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, wait, what do you
Wait.
I'm like, what's that?
Maybe you need to teach me how to do.
No?
I always like smack it.
Like, maybe you are old.
Almost smack her. Maybe you are a viejita. The way that I do it is always like rock, paper, scissors. Like you smack it.
Oh, I always do like when it's like rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Right? Even production's like, así se hace. Okay.
Fine, we'll shoot.
Well, let's adapt.
I'll shoot.
Ready?
Shoot or adapt? Shoot.
Adapt.
Okay.
Oh, no, shoot.
Yeah,
we'll shoot. I'm like, what? I'm like, you want to kill
Drunk?
me?
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
I got you. You go
first.
No.
Oh, I go first.
Yeah,
okay.
you lost.
So it's 2 lies, 1 truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm like, ready? I'm like, how bad am I trying to expose myself? Okay, I'm ready. 2 of these are lie. 1 of them is a truth.
Okay.
I've shat on someone's dick while doing anal.
Oh my god.
She's like, that must be truth. You get it? Must be Cindy.
Must be truth.
We're on track. Okay, shat on someone's dick while doing anal. Had a threesome. Thrown up on someone's dick while giving them head.
Okay. So like,
which one do you think is the truth?
I think the 3rd one was the truth.
Which one?
The
throwing up on
throwing
someone?
up?
No.
It was too big.
Actually, it was really big.
It made you throw up.
When y'all used to small dicks. I'm like, no.
You're like, no, I barely went right here.
I'm like, not yet. I didn't even feel it.
Wait, so that's not the truth?
No. I was like, damn, you shat on someone?
Did you?
No, not. More than me giving it away.
So you had a threesome?
I've had a threesome.
Same. I'm scared. Okay. I've slept with 100 men. I have.
True. That one. Just kidding.
I had a girlfriend before. And I've had 2 boyfriends at the same time.
Okay, so I'm only saying this because of her tone of voice. Not that I think that she's done that.
I think it's the 100 men.
I think she's a slut.
She sounded serious right there.
She sounded like that's my life story. I think I've had 2 boyfriends at the same time.
Yes, but okay. I was in middle school. I didn't know which one to choose.
Okay. I've done
not
that.
As an adult,
like officially, but I've like played.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
you passed one note over here and the other one over there.
What's funny? My grandpa would always tell my sister, "No seas pendejo, pendeja. Tienes que tener opciones."
Exactly.
He told that to my sister, but I took notes on that too. Period.
Wait, there's more than 1 round?
We're doing 3 rounds.
Oh my god.
She's
okay.
like, fuck.
Oh my god.
She's like, damn, I'm really gonna expose myself.
Oh my god.
All right, I've had a girlfriend. I've had sex with a girl, and I've titty fucked a girl. Mood me like all my fantasies. I'm like,
You've had sex with a girl?
No.
You've never?
I've never.
The tea.
And I will say that proudly, you guys. Like no tea. Like I don't want to make all you girls feel bad.
You
pussy
guys are
to
not.
me is disgusting. Like I've seen pussy. Like don't get me wrong. Like not that I've seen it like in person. No, I've seen pussy in person. But like not because like I was about to fuck.
It is really ugly and disgusting.
Yes. She's like, mine's ugly.
I'm like, oh, I don't want it.
No, I just like I've seen like. I've even had friends be like, oh, this is what like a pretty pussy. And I was like, no, like not even the pretty pussies are like pretty to me.
Yeah.
I know. So that's not it.
They are pretty ugly. I agree.
Yeah, they are ugly.
Okay, so Okay, I've had
So mine were, I've had a girlfriend, I've had sex with a girl, and I've titty fucked a girl.
oh, and I'm supposed to
Guess which one's the truth?
Oh, so wait, you didn't have a girlfriend. Okay, so did you?
No.
Did you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I had.
You had a girlfriend?
Yeah, I had a. You guys,
He just didn't go all the way with
I didn't
her.
Go all the way. They were in middle school. I stopped
Okay.
having girlfriends in middle school. I remember one of them made me kiss her in the restroom, bitch, and I was trying to avoid like even touching.
You didn't
her
like it.
anything. I didn't like. I was doing it more like to cover up.
Yeah.
So I remember this girl, she was like getting like fed up with my shit. She's like, when are we gonna kiss? We had been dating for like 3 months already. 3 months, bitch. And I remember she's like, meet me in the restroom. And I was like, fuck.
You're like,
I'm
this is it. I don't want to do this
she
anymore.
literally, bitch, she pulled me into the girls' restroom, into the stall, and we made out. It was so fucking awkward. I was like,
You're like, you're all a dying fish.
Fuck, and we almost got caught too. But we did it. But that was, I've had a girlfriend, but never have gone all the way. Okay, Cindy.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so I have had 4 BBLs. I've had sex with a girl, and
She's like,
I think you're nuts. Okay. And my third one, I would say that I didn't have sex until I was 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna like. So you had your first child at 14, so that one's
that's
out
a
of the way.
lie.
I'm like, you haven't had 4 BBLs.
You've kept up.
I'm like, I think you had like 2.
Yes, I've had 2.
Okay, 2.
Yeah.
So which one was the other one? Mood me forgetting.
That
You
I've had
slept with a girl? Like all the way? Ash's like, yeah. Ash
You know
like, no,
what?
sleepover.
We're not gonna say that part, but I've definitely. Yeah.
Period. You guys, she's
Just kidding, guys. April Fool's.
She's like, just kidding. It's for the video. It's all true. Okay, my turn.
Damn, this is really spilling tea.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Maybe this is the last round. We're done.
We're done.
Let's go.
We're gonna expose everything by the 3rd round.
Okay, I'm with me making them all PG-13. I cheated on my test. When I'm not trying to expose myself. Okay, okay, I've cheated. No. Well, I've cheated. I'm like, oh, fuck.
We're
like,
cheaters.
What did I say? I'm like, I've only had one boyfriend. Okay, I've only had one boyfriend. I've cheated on my boyfriend. And I hate filming Noche De Pendejadas. I'm like, which one?
You've only had one boyfriend.
Yes.
Oh my God. Really?
I've only had one boyfriend, but I've had like things.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Things like, you know what I mean? Like
A lot of things.
a lot of things. Because I feel like for gay people, for the faggots, for gay people, it's like harder to like get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's more like a fuck or like a thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you get in a relationship, it's like crazy. And it's also weird for a gay couple to be together for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird like that.
How long have you been in a
We've been
relationship?
together almost 6 years. Yeah, I just feel like men are horny.
Mood?
And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even gay people are men.
No, I'm pretty
So
horny
that's why
too.
it's hard to like keep a relationship.
Yeah.
But I've only had one
Oh
boyfriend.
my
you guys.
God.
Your turn.
You're innocent. Okay.
Last round.
I'm going to
Make
make
it good.
this one really juicy.
Okay, go.
And you are not going to guess which one is
She's like,
This is going to be hard. Okay, so I've been married 2 times. I have 2 baby daddies. And I have been in 10 relationships.
which was the truth?
Yeah. I made it hard for him.
I feel like you've never been married.
No, you're
Okay.
right. That was a lie.
10 relationships. I feel like that can be true. I'm like,
He
but
called me
also-
a hizzo.
I'm like, are you sure there's not 2 truths in this one? But I also do. You mentioned something earlier that you have 2 baby daddies.
Yes, that's my truth.
So that was your truth.
Yeah.
How many boyfriends have
I
you
cannot
had?
believe that you believed that I had 10 boyfriends.
No, like, well, I mean, you're pretty.
I've
I wish
actually
I could
had,
not believe you
like,
actually think I'm a
20.
slut.
Why would you believe I've
No, but I
had
feel
that
like
little? No,
10.
just kidding.
She's like, it's actually
Insulting.
100. No, but like, how many have you had? And she's like,
Can I use my toes for this? No, I'm just kidding. Like real
Less or
relationships.
more?
I've had a lot of boyfriends.
Okay.
I've had a lot of little like things, I
Things.
guess, but they would be like my boyfriends. But like real relationships, I've had like 4.
4. Okay.
Sorry if I didn't count you.
I should like, sorry.
Hey,
if
shout
you're
out to
not
my exes. I'm
important.
sorry. I
Shout out
couldn't
to
count
them.
you all. I was
Y'all
gonna look
didn't make
bad.
the cut. All right, my turn. Okay, last one, you guys. Okay, I've had sex with 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I'll be trying to expose myself more. I'm like, you sure?
Can we do 3 more rounds?
That was it then?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So that was it. Yo me salve. Thank you, production. And y'all are getting a raise. I'm just kidding.
He was going to tell the real truth now.
I know they're like,
All
no,
truth.
don't go out there. Production was keeping an eye. You guys like, Alan, no te envergüences.
I need to bring my team next time.
All right, you guys. So ya que vieron ese chismecito with that little 2 truths, 1 lie game, we're going to go ahead and see what is next for Must Be Cindy.
There's definitely a lot coming, and a good way to keep up with that is by following my Facebook. It's Must Be Cindy, or my Instagram, and I'm constantly coming out with things. I feel like I just like to stay consistent, but I like to stay consistent with like good things.
Yes.
So definitely, if you want a little bit of me, just follow my Instagram, my Facebook. Must Be Cindy.
Eso es todo el chisme que les tenemos para el día de hoy. Make sure if you guys want to go ahead and follow Cindy, make sure you guys go ahead and follow her on her Facebook, Instagram, y en todos los lugares en donde la pueden encontrar. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media so you guys won't miss any future episodes. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much, Cindy, for coming.
I love you. Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.